Students, as we already have read the chapter My Elder Brother by Munshi Premchand, today we are going to discuss textbook exercises. Let's begin with. First of all, let's see the new words. First word is foundation. Foundation means a solid base. Second word is schedule, which means timetable. Essay, which is a composition on any subject. Next new word is idling, which means without any purpose or lazy. Mastered means gained expertise or skilled. Let's discuss the question answers. What are the things that Munna liked to do? Munna liked to run in fields, play marble and fly kites. What did Bhaiya do all day? Bhaiya studied and read books all day. Why was Munna not happy with the timetable that Bhaiya made for him? Munna was not happy with the timetable Bhaiya made for him because there was no time to play. How do you think Munna felt when his brother was so strict with him? Why was Bhaiya so strict with him? Munna felt unhappy when his brother was so strict with him. And the second part, Bhaiya was so strict with him because Munna was his responsibility. Question number 5. Whose character do you like more? Munna's or Bhaiya's? And why? Here you can answer on your own. You can like Bhaiya's character or the Munna's character. I have given you both the sample answers. You can change the answers if you want. I like Bhaiya's character more because he was very responsible and loving. Or if you like Munna's character, you can write, I like Munna's character because he was very carefree and fun-loving. So these were the question answers. Now, let's go further. Next question is, do you have a timetable at school? Yes, we already have a timetable at school, isn't it? How many periods are there for the following subjects and activities in 1 week? You can count your periods which changes time to time and write here how many periods do you have in your school in 1 week of English, Hindi, Maths, Science and all the other subjects. So just have a look on your timetable and write down the number of periods you have for these subjects. So students, this will be an activity for you to count and write the number of periods you are having for these subjects in your school timetable and make a timetable of your own for studies and playtime at your home. Students, here is another activity for you that is of creative writing. Let's see the format of a letter which has been given for you in the book. Here you can see the format. At the top you have to write the address of the addressee, writer's address. Like here you can see Krishna Boys Hostel, Model Public School, Kolkata. This is writer's address. And next you have to write the date, then greetings, my dear ma. And after the greetings, you have to write the introduction of the letter. For example, here it has been written, this is my first letter after the summer vacation. We started our classes the day after we reached the hostel. I have settled in well. This is the introduction. Now, the body of the letter. we have a new teacher for clay modeling and pottery. She tells us how to make fruits and vegetables with clay. We then paint them. They look so real. We have an inter-house poetry recitation coming up in August. I am really excited about it. It is a long poem, but we learn it together with our teacher. It is nice to be back in school with my friends and teachers. I remember you and Baba a lot. Give my love to grandmother and grandfather. So afterwards we have to write the ending. Do write soon back. And the closing. Your loving son Pratap. So this is the format of the letter. Students, you have to understand it well, and now you are able to write an informal letter. Informal letter is any letter that you write to your friends, uncle, aunt, mother, father. These are informal letters. When you write any letter to any officer, principal, teacher, that will be a formal letter. So this is the format of an informal letter. First, now answer some of the questions after reading the letter. Who has written the letter? Yes, of course, Pratap has written the letter. To whom has the letter been written? His mother. Where is the writer of the letter? In Kolkata. What is the name of his hostel? Krishna's Boys Hostel. On which date was this letter written? 10th July 2000. Now, write a letter to your friend or relative in another city telling him her about activities, events in your school. Follow the same pattern as the above letter. Now students, let's write the letter. Kendriya Vidyalaya, Hisar, Kant. This will be the writer's address. Then you have to write the date, 18 August 2020. Then greetings, my dear father. Now introduction. This is my first letter after summer vacation. I am doing well in studies. So all teachers appreciates me. This is the introduction of the letter. Then you have to write the body of the letter. There are so many activities organized in my school. I am participating in sports as well as other activities. We have celebrated Independence Day also. It was a great fun. So this will be the body, and now you have to complete the letter. I remember you and Ma a lot. Give my love and regards to grandfather and grandmother. Do write back soon. Your loving son, and you have to write your name at the ending. So this will be the letter, and you can change this letter in your own language also. Next we have comprehension. It is again an activity for you. You have to read the following passage and answer the questions. Let's read the passage first. Oliver was a 9-year-old boy. He lived with other homeless boys in an orphanage. Orphanage is a place where the children who don't have any parents live together. He was pale and thin, as were the other boys living there. This was because they had to work hard but were never given enough to eat. So Oliver and his friends live in an orphanage where they do not have enough to eat. The owner of the orphanage, Mr. Bumble, was a cruel man, and he ill-treated the boys. He do not give them enough food and made them work hard. The boys were always hungry It was true that they were given 3 meals a day, but each meal consisted only of a bowl of watery soup. They were almost starving, so it was decided by them to ask the master for more soup. But who would tell the cat? Bell the cat. Finally, the task fell off to Oliver. When all the boys had assembled in the cold stone hall for their evening meal, the soup was served. It soon disappeared. The boys whispered to one another, and one boy pushed Oliver a little. Oliver, making a brave effort, stood up, walked up to the master with his bowl and spoon in his hand, and said tremblingly, "Please, sir, I want some more." So this was the passage, and you have to answer the questions that has been given below from this passage. Let's see the questions one by one. Why did Oliver live in the orphanage? Oliver lived in the orphanage as he was homeless. Who was Mr. Bumble? Mr. Bumble was the owner of the orphanage. Next question. What meals were the boys given? The boys were given watery soup thrice a day. What did Oliver say to Mr. Bumble? Oliver said, "Please, sir, I want some more." Next question. The boys were given 3 meals a day. Then why were they always hungry? You have to choose the right option, because the soup they were given was never enough, because they worked very hard all day long, because the older boys drank up their soup. Which is the correct answer? Yes, the correct answer is first one. That is because the soup they were given was never enough. So these were the question answers that you have to write and find from the passage. Let's see some more questions. Find the words from the passage that mean the same as very hungry. The word is starving. Next is to vanish. The word which means to vanish is disappear. Next question. All the boys assembled in the cold stone hall. Here the word assembled means move away, collected, or work together. Yes, the correct answer is collected. Assembled means collected. Next question. From the word assembled, remove the last 2 letters. Add 1 letter to make a word which means a time at the school when the whole school gathers. Yes, it is Y. If we add Y at the end after removing E, you can get assembly. Assembly is the word which means a time at the school when the whole school gathers. Next question, give a suitable title to the passage. Let's give a suitable title. It can be anything. Oliver, Oliver's story, orphanage, anything that you think of. Our next exercise is the grammar exercise. First of all, see, to learn means to understand or to gain knowledge. To teach means to show how or to explain. Complete the following sentences using the correct form of teach or learn. Here you have to write the correct form of teach or learn. First sentence is, will you dash me chess? Here, first form of verb is to be used. Will you teach me chess? Next is, Mr. Sharma dash class 8th. Yes, the correct answer is teaches. Mr. Sharma teaches class 8th. The students have dash about road safety. With have, you have to write third form of verb, that is learn. The students have learned about road safety. My sister has dashed me how to ride a horse. Again with has, third form of verb is used. My sister has taught me how to ride a horse. I have dashed some of the customs of India. Again with have, we have to use third form of verb. I have learned some of the customs of India. I dash how to cycle when I was just 4 years old. I learned how to cycle when I was just 4 years old. Now choose the correct word and complete the paragraph. All the class 5 students of our school dash. You have to choose was or were. Students with singular we use was and with plural we use were. So here we will use was. All the class 5 students of our school were gathering in front of principal office. Here students are more in number, that is why we use were. They dash going for the inter-school race. Again, they is plural, so we use were. They were going for the inter-school race. The bus dash and they dash for the stadium. All the things happened in past, that is why we will use third form of verb everywhere in the paragraph. The bus arrived and they left for the stadium. The runners were taken to the starting point. The runners took their positions. Sir blew the whistle. One student of our school ran fast and came first. Everyone dashed their best and our school dashed the trophy. As I have told that in all the places third form of verb will be used, so everyone did their best and our school won the trophy. Everyone felt joyous. So these were the fill in the blanks. Let's see the next exercise. Read the following sentences. Bhaiya has been studying in the same class for 2 years. For is used for the period of time. Munna was flying kites since morning. Since is always used from a time in the past till the present. Fill in the blanks using for or since. Here you have to use since or for. I have lived in this house. Dash, I was a baby. Here it is not a period of time, it is a point of time. So we will use since. Because students, since is used with the point of time and for is used when there is period of time. Period of time means you 2, 4, 3, 6, 8 will be written. This big jar has been in our family dash many years. Here period of time is there. So we will use for. The old banyan tree in the village has been there dash the last 200 years. Here last 200 years is point of time and we will use since. Nobody has seen him dash yesterday. The old banyan tree in the village has been there for the last 200 years. 200 has been written, that is why we will use for. Nobody has seen him since yesterday. This is point of time, that is why we will use since. So this was the use of since and for. Here is a project for you. Choose a story that you like. In groups of 4, write down dialogues for the story and make it into a short play. You may then present it in the class. This will be a project for you. I hope you will do it and enjoy it. Thank you.